Louisiana chicken pasta, one of the most ordered dishes at the Cheesecake Factory. Let's get it. So let's get started with the ingredients. And remember, with all of our recipes, the ingredients will be in the description box below, so all the measurements will be there. But you can see here what we have on the table is all you'll need. Obviously, you're gonna need some chicken breasts. You can pound them out or just buy them thin. You're gonna need the vegetables, which consist of the red pepper, the yellow pepper, the onion, the mushroom, parsley for garnish. You're gonna need a cup of breadcrumbs, a cup of chicken broth. We use better than bouillon, a couple of eggs for the breading process. And again, everything will be listed below, all the spices, the chili flakes, and the slap your mama Cajun seasoning and that sort of thing. So let's get started by putting 2 cups of heavy whipping cream into a bowl. We're gonna make the sauce first, and we're gonna just set it aside. You're gonna wanna go ahead and season the sauce with some salt, and the measurements will be in the description box below. But you're gonna need like a half a teaspoon of that. Salt, sea salt. You can use a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And so we're just building this sauce up correctly here. And I hope you guys will enjoy this. This is a very delicious homemade Louisiana chicken pasta dish that you're gonna really like. Now, we're gonna use pepper flakes, chili flakes. And so you can use like a half a teaspoon. If you really like the spice, you can use a whole teaspoon. We use somewhere in between. You wanna go ahead and use about a teaspoon of the Cajun seasoning. We're using slap your mom or slap your mama. And then we're just gonna go ahead and add the cheese in, which is about 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese you can put in there, and you can put a tablespoon of cornstarch. There you go. So you got your cornstarch in there, you've got your cheese, you've got it seasoned with the heavy whipping cream. Everything's gonna combine and sit for a minute. There's the chicken broth that we put in there. That's 1 cup of chicken broth. And again, I use better than bouillon chicken broth. It's easy for me because I don't have to buy the cartons anymore. And this has the flavor in it. And it's really a deeper flavor than just the chicken broth. So look at that and see if you want to do that as well. But you just need 1 cup of chicken broth. So let's set this aside. We're gonna crack 2 eggs in a small bowl here. And we're gonna whisk this up because we're gonna go ahead and get this ready to bread our chicken. The crispy chicken on this actually pairs very well with this creamy pasta. And so you wanna make sure you pay attention to this all the way to the end of the video because you're gonna wanna see what it turns out to. So don't go skipping around. We do everything kind of step by step so you can see the whole process and see how easy it is to do. Okay, so in another dish, you want to go ahead and put 1 cup of plain breadcrumbs. That's 1 cup of plain breadcrumbs, 1/4 cup of flour, and 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. This is for the breading. So we're getting our breading together for this dish. And obviously You're gonna wanna probably salt and pepper this as well, like we're doing here. And just make sure that the salt and the pepper, and you probably just need like another 1/4 teaspoon and another 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and a 1/2 teaspoon of the sea salt into the breading. So you want to kind of season throughout as you go along when you're cooking. And that's what we did here. Submerge the chicken and let it drip off before we start a breading process. Make sure everything is covered completely. And so you don't want to be too hard with it, but just go ahead and make sure everything is sticking. But of course, we're going to do this twice. So because these breadcrumbs are grounded and pulverized really small. And so you want to go ahead and make sure that the whole surface is covered, and you want a crispy layer, because again, that makes the dish, the crispy chicken on top. It's not grilled or anything, it's kind of pan fried. And so you're gonna see that as well. And so we went ahead and did about 4 of these back to back to back. But you're gonna wanna make sure that you double dip when you're breading this one, because you're gonna get a nice crispy crust. And then just do it and duplicate it a couple more times here. So we're just gonna lay it out. And while this process is going along, just make sure that you, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please make sure you subscribe and go through our playlist and our list of videos, because we've done quite a bit now. We started during the pandemic, and we're just continuing to give you some solid recipes that you can cook at home. When you go to a cheesecake factory, sometimes you have to wait in line. And I mean, the food is delicious, don't get me wrong, but they're not serving it like this. They're not gonna give it to you some organic chicken or Amish piece of chicken. And they're not gonna give you the sizes that we're gonna give you here. So when you're at home, you can do how you wanna do it. So, and it tastes a lot better too, to me. So we got that going. Again, leave a comment and tell me what you thought about this, and if you want to make it, because again, I've been eating on it for 2, and this is the 3rd day now that I've been eating on this, and it's really good. It was plenty of food. When you go to the Cheesecake Factory, you might spend $18 for 1 plate. We might have spent like less than $30 for 4 portions. So again, this was a really good way to do it, and we're showing you step by step so you can see exactly how to make this at home. It doesn't seem too hard to do, and I think you'll be able to do this. So let's get the bow tie. You need a 1 pound box of bow tie pasta that you can put in some boiling water, follow the instructions on the box, 11 to 13 minutes. And you can take it out probably around 11 minutes, because it's gonna cook some more once we put it in the sauce. Let's get our vegetables going now that we got the pasta going. Everything that we chopped up, we've got 8 ounces of cremini or sliced mushrooms, bella mushrooms, baby bella, and just have them sliced up. You can buy them just like that. All you need is about 8 ounces. We put a pat of butter in that, and we're gonna just kind of brown these up a little bit, soften them up for about 4 to 5 minutes. We can actually add a little oil, say about a 1/2 tablespoon of oil and a pat of butter to get our vegetables going. So we put the mushrooms down first, and now it's time to put the rest of the veggies in there, which consist of the bell peppers, the yellow and the red bell pepper, and onion. You can use a red onion or you can use a white onion. I use a Vidalia onion today. And we're gonna use about 5 cloves of garlic and get that all together. And we're gonna cook this for about 45 minutes and get that going. In the last couple minutes, you can put the garlic in there. We crushed about 5 cloves of garlic and let that cook in there. It smells really good. It's one of those dishes when you're making it, you know it's gonna taste really good because everything that you're putting in it, you've eaten at some point in your life. And so by putting it all together in this fashion, it really tastes really good. And we did a little bit of salt, maybe just a sprinkle of salt and a sprinkle of pepper to season up these veggies real good. And then they'll be ready to take out and set aside, and we'll go to the next process. So just follow everything along, what we did from the beginning. And now we're kind of finishing up, and this is kind of the crescendo of the whole recipe. Put everything together now. So let's take these out. Let's take our bow tie pasta out. We'll get that out. We'll set it to the side until it's ready to be put back into the pan. Get everything going. But the next step obviously is going to be to fry the chicken. So let's go ahead and fry the chicken. It's not deep fried, it's only just kind of pan fried. And that's why you kind of make sure all the surfaces of the chicken is hitting the skillet. And because the breadcrumbs are on there, the crust is going to be kind of a darker brown, which is fine. That's the way that it is at the Cheesecake Factory as well. So this is gorgeous. It's got a nice crust on it. You got the Parmesan and you got some seasonings on top of it. The breadcrumbs, all that's all good and crispy. Nothing like a crispy piece of chicken on some pasta. Okay, so next, we just drop down about a teaspoon of olive oil, and then we're gonna pour in that mixture that we put aside at the beginning. It has the heavy whipping cream mixture with the cup of grated Parmesan cheese, some chili flakes. Now we're gonna just add the Cajun seasonings back in with the vegetables. And so we've got we've got the red pepper, the yellow pepper, the mushrooms, the onions, the garlic, all that's in there. And now we can drop in the bow tie pasta. And it's starting to look good, but it's not done yet because we have to actually kind of let it percolate and tickle on the stove for a minute until it thickens up a little bit. And then just so you remember what we're doing here, the Louisiana chicken pasta. Louisiana chicken pasta has the Cajun season in it. And so you can put as little or you can put more if you like it more spicier at that point. But everything else is ready to go. And we're gonna just go ahead and give it a little stir. Not too rough with it, and just kind of flip it around. You can see that the cheese is in there and the colors are just looking good, and the pasta's tender, and the broth and the gravy is kind of silky right now, and it's just about ready to go. And we're gonna let it percolate for about 10 minutes on top of the stove at a low to medium. It does not look good. So this is the money shot of the chicken. So you want to take one breast. This is how they serve it at the Cheesecake Factory. So they cut up the breast into thicker pieces. You can do it however you want to at the house, because it's your house. So you got the pasta. We always want to plate everything up so you guys can see this. So we've got the pasta we're putting on the plate now on our restaurant style dish. And we're trying to give you a pretty nice sized portion here, like you should get for $18. So we're gonna put this all together on the plate and then top it with the chicken breast and then garnish it with some parsley. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I really hope you try to make this. This is delicious. It was very good. And I wish you can try it today, but yeah, you can make it at home. So enjoy. Thanks for watching Played It.